And then the second boss, you jump down into the room, it gives you an opening. And then that's that one there. There's a bit of time at the start. Why not use any bombs? Because the bombs, I did damage guy. The bombs can damage you as well. You're not immune from them, and the cluster bomb that we had will bounce around and put in a lot of other bombs. And he's moving around a lot. So if we put some bombs and they bounce around and we take damage, yeah, that's not very good. The plus bombs, I can't remember what they're called. They're really good for fights like that. Are they in these ones? Rook's bombs are really good for that because they explode in a very specific pattern, so you can do a lot of and they go pretty good distance. So if you get it close to him, it can go through and hit lots of his parts, like a bunch of the balls, the arms, his body. Let's get some more damage. You can stand near a wall, and the boss will stand near you continually. Which boss or just a regular enemy? Like, I've never been pinned up against a wall where... I mean, it could have also, yeah, just been, like I said, a weird interaction, but... That one's got a bomb. That one's got a key. And I kind of want the relic. Oh, if I'd put it there, I would have got the door and the thing. That's a little bit silly. The boss? So, well, which boss? So, like Celt, the sandworm. We got it back. So this one costs us a bomb to go over to the cursed chest. I don't want to do that. I did want the relic though. First sign ring, increase health. So we'll get extra 20 max HP out of it. And, oh, 40. Plus some current health as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, the rock pile thing. Man, Alex bit. I don't know, I just jumped away from him as he was rolling past. Must have just been in a weird position or something. Can't. I haven't fought him enough to... because you only get to fight him once in the game. they changed jump to dodge. Well, I guess maybe that's just a matter of opinion. Like I like being able to jump over things and jump over the enemies. It's cool. That rat is bugged. I don't know how we... Oh. He's on top of the thing. Alright, good. Thanks for jumping by me. There we go. We don't need food. We'll take a key though. I don't want to be short on keys ever. What? Oh, thanks, that was bad. Oh, Bobo. Oh, did the... Oh, he got shot by an arrow, that's why he charged. Don't destroy that potion, Bobo. Oh, Bobo. Bobo giveth and Bobo taketh. Oh, this is very creepy shit. Relic, jump. Oh, we got floaty boots again. No, prices increase as you descend, but not as you unlock the dungeon. So the ones that are in gold mine will always cost the same as the ones that are in gold mine, but things get more expensive as you go down further into the dungeon. But you basically always start back here at gold mine 1. Well, I'm gold mine 2 now. But as you progress, gold mine 1 becomes harder, and you get more gold from being here. Okay. I guess we're lightning boys for a minute. For a minute. Ah, demon ring, increased swing damage. It's not bad. I'll go see Rabbit's store, but we'll get that gold on the way back down. Health for a key. Key for a bomb. Don't know if I want to trade a key for health though. trade that here now, but I'm not going to attempt it, but I think it's a bad idea. Did I peep this skeleton? This, if we had some way of lighting these, it would give us something. I don't know if this is going to be worth 2 bombs. Well, it was worth... Was it worth 1 bomb? Probably not. Let's just take it. I could almost go swap that key out now for food. I have floaty boots. I got floaty boots. Yeah, I am going to swap that key for food now. I have 4 keys. Salt Shaker adds... It's 25%? They become 25? Or are they 30? Go 30. I can't remember now. Either way, it's a good investment. The next, the shakers, the food buff. Yeah. In the previous room, I'll need to go back and get it. Get the relic first. Leftovers. We find food in chests. I don't know if that's guaranteed. I think you just have an increased chance. Another sword. Oh, transforms the relics in the rooms. It's not bad sometimes. if you'd opened up a bigger pool of relics, maybe. Oh, we got a bomb sack. 6 bombs, 3 keys. Decent health. Floaty shoes. I gotta remember the floaty shoes. And 3 steaks in a bottle. It's decent. Just need a bit better offense, I guess. I think it's the... I crack these open every time. But I don't know if... Maybe these are just sort of not set to open anything. Occasionally you get a bit of gold from one of these. Oh, I have floaty shoes. The druid does nothing. Just walks around. But if you kill his pots, you've probably seen he puts out another one. Get it? Fourth one is it looks like a part of a wheel of brie. Which is cleaver. When you kill enemies, they can drop meat. What's now the 5th one? Yeah, so the cheese one means that you can get food out of chests. I think you already can, it just makes it happen more. What's my opinion on the classic JRPG? I think they were good in their time. I think the problem with them now is that the combat systems in them originally were just bad, but we didn't care because we were younger and video games were new. And as kids, you're like, oh cool, I can just do a basic attack, it's going to do 6 damage, and we'll just do turn base, and we'll go back and forth, and if my health gets low, instead of attacking, I'll use a health potion. You know, or I'll just keep hitting my enemy, and if I end the fight with more health, we get a full heal at the end of the fight. You know, and some of them got more complex than that, but that's kind of basic, the gist of it. And I think that combat system, yeah, is just inherently flawed. And when games try to do that these days, the games aren't very good. Now, sometimes the story can carry the game, but like it gets very tedious. And I know myself, a lot of like there's the meat cleaver just went off, and a lot of other people I've seen play them. You get to the point where they have a lot of them have a surprise combat, you know, where you're just walking around the world and all of a sudden surprise combat. And most people are like, ugh, because they don't want to fight. They just want to get to the next checkpoint and talk to the NPCs and progress the quest line and enjoy the game. So you know if someone's like so upset about having combat interrupt them not playing the game but just progressing the story, your fighting system's probably not good, right? Whereas if you had combat and someone's like, right, let's get in there, let's get them, your combat system's probably pretty good. I don't know if I want to get that. I'm not going to trade it for a protein shake. And I often find myself in that position where that combat happens. I'm like, I don't want to have combat anymore. I just want to get to the next guy, maybe have a boss fight, because despite being pretty much the same thing, it's on a more epic scale. And I think the genre needs, like now, to like they need to have something else that makes the combat a little less RPG combat. Yeah, these boots are pretty good. But yeah, no, definitely when the games came out and it was kind of like the first time we'd seen them, they're great. They had their place. Oh, the guy stole my arm. One of the games that comes to mind though when I think about it, the first South Park game, and they even in the second South Park game even mentioned it. You know, I love South Park. Yeah. Was it Stick of Truth the first one? That was the second one, wasn't it? Okay, no, Stick of Truth was the first one. I can't remember now. But the combat was awful, absolutely awful. And you just didn't want to fight, but you wanted to play the game because the storyline was like watching a South Park episode. Fractured Butthole was second, that's right, yep. Stick of Truth, definitely the first one. Well, they definitely did it on like the most simplistic level. Oh, they had ultis and things, I think, and other things, but it was just. And there's the meat cleaver going off. Now, because we don't need to get that now. So that game definitely carried on its on its franchise name. I'm going to give them those instead of hitting the meat. Oh. Come on. Oh, if it's going to... Is this the run? There's food back here. Take it. I think that's just an attack speed. Oh, transmute a carried relic. No, because it's random, and you get random. Whereas our relics are pretty good. It's a key blade. So we do an extra 2 damage for every key we holding. Yeah, we're sitting on good health as well. And we've got the potion which has 3 health bottles in it. That's a cooked fish. So if we're quick enough when we run back in later if we need it, that's a bigger chunk of healing. Otherwise we'll just run in and grab it. Alright, this guy's a problem. See what he's doing? He's putting those little sparks on the ground. Oh, we've got boots. Alright. Now I need to not screw up this room, which is very easy to not screw up, but also very easy just to... Could have quite easily hit him again then and died. Not died, I'm telling you. That's a drop down, so we're going to get that fish. We'll go down to dungeon 3, probably close to full health. Oh, wow. Typical Panz. You know what? This run right now is about beating the boss, so I'll spend a little bit extra gold on. Now, we don't really have offensive relics that'll help us as much on mortar as we did last time. we can lure all the pots over here. We should be able to get rid of 2 of them. But I don't know if he just replaces the first 2 that die, or if he's related, like if he knows which ones are actually his. Or if one just dies, he just pulls one out and replaces it, even if it was the... Nice. Okay. We try and ran? Probably not. I had a bunch of games that were coming out, and that was on my list. And this one just came to me. And I kind of wanted it because I'd been watching it since before, a long time ago. It looks really cool, and I like the systems in it. It's a good problem we have where there's so many quality games coming out at the moment. Gives us a lot of choice. There's a thing here. We have 11 bombs. As a... Okay. So we can get 20 max HP, increase our gold income, which increases the value of the little nuggets, from like the little ones from 5 to 6, then the bigger ones from 10 to 12, and the next ones that are 25. I think they go to 30. I've seen Dicey Dungeons, I'm just not interested. I think that's a mix of fun and strategy that just doesn't click with me. I like my fun games to be fun like this, and my strategy games to be strategy. Which doesn't explain why I play Slay the Spire, but either way. But I'm sure there's a lot of enjoyment to be had for, you know, different strokes for different folks, right? Let's go eat that. Come on. Definitely playing a little bit better this run. Right. Yeah, so we could go get a Purple Fire. Well, it costs health to remove the curse, which sometimes is fine. That's explosive gold. We seem to have a decent amount of healing. We'll check the rest of the floor before we just go do something. A little bit of health around too, so we should be able to... Yeah, the gold bomb's pretty cool. That is a... we're going to be taking that. We're going to drink it right now. That's going to swap the number of bombs and keys we have. Now we'll pick that up to top the bombs up. Alright, so now we have 10 keys, and we have a keyblade, so now we're doing plus 20 damage. Nice little wombo combo there. I've had plus 40 before. I'd picked up a bunch of bomb sacks early, and I had heaps of bombs. Which one do we want? Okay, sure. Right, we're gonna go remove that curse at the curse thing. What's the bread one do? Healing is less effective. which we could argue we might want to keep because we're going to have so much healing. Does it matter if it's less effective? The issue is you don't get to choose what curse you want to remove. So if we used a bomb to destroy the other thing, 50 hit points to remove the curse. And then we'll just go get the healing that's been supplied. Is there healing over here? So what I've found in the past is to have some really good runs is where you pick up curses and then remove curses. So you're just constantly alternating. Because you can't choose which one gets removed, you want to, like, you kind of want to get rid of them straight away and not carry them around. Doing anything at the altar destroys it. You only get one shot at it. Until you get an upgrade that gives you two prayers at an altar. Now these are only regular chests. I don't think they're worth a key because key for us is heaps of damage. Like, we're doing 71 damage on a swing. There is a scallion one, so it makes it a little more tempting, but not really. Potions are tempting, but I think, you know... Floaty boots to the rescue. I could have done that to kill them. Wonder if he had explosive gold and popcorn, if the popcorns would explode. I think I just got a piece of meat from the priest. I believe that is a human steak. Fiery bombs? Okay. Whatever floats your boat, right? Might leave that one in case we need to come back. Oh, we can't come back for healing. We're on the top floor. So I'm not going to take the curse here. Oh, I could have come back? Oh no, this is it. I could have come back. So we can, again, float across and go down. And we could get some good gold downstairs. Some really good gold downstairs. However, yeah, there's a boss to be beat. Right? Not you when you're hungry. Thanks, heads up.
You got the TA instead.
Take your time, Panz. Oh. Tried to be all fancy and... those ones are electric. Oh man, water. Took damage from using gold. Oh, easy. so bad at using bombs. I've done more damage to myself than he would have. That's why I don't use bombs. Calm down. Get it? Oh, we got some rock steak. Come on. He's got no arms. You've got no arms. No. Damage by one. Rock steak. Did they just all come back? Oh, okay. We can't do this forever then. Give me that rock steak. No! The thing's happening. Big guy was saying that. No, the fool was saying about that. No! Yeah, I should have been hitting him as well. The orbs are flying around and my health got low and I got scared. That was the run. The previous times I've beaten him, I haven't seen the orbs regenerate. You've just been able to sort of whittle him down and then just sort of pew pew pew. I don't know if it's because there was one and so the one was able to regenerate. Maybe that's the play, is don't get him down to one. He does have a lot of health, but once you get him, like once you take the arms down, he doesn't have a phase, so he stands there and tanks it. So it's not about bursting him down really, really quickly. It's, you know, I took more damage in the fight from my bombs, like trying to throw bombs on him, than me. And I think that sort of demonstrates either get good at throwing bombs or don't. And I think in that case, for my case, it's don't. Yeah, like the guidance is amazing in that fight because you stand there, you throw it, and it hits like 10 of them. We do have a little bit of gold to carry over. I think we're just going to go health and bag. The next bag's 1500. So what are we at now? We've got 280 health. Our bag is 65% gold we get to keep. Do we have 50 gold for next time? So we can buy a bomb. Let's do that. And we're going to have to end it there because it's time. We went over time a little bit. That's so much fun. This is great. We're gonna play more.